Premier Racing Setups is the longest-running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Thursday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the F.U.N. Road to Pro. Tommy's Fire and Safety 165 from Iowa Speedway, out in the literal middle of a cornfield. Bring you 165 laps of racing action tonight. The Road to Pro series. A lot to get to before we get to racing tonight. First things first. Big thank you to all the partners. DRN, DSSN. Keep us on the air. All the way down the line. Premier Racing Setups. Admin Box. SimRapMarket.com. All-Star Graphics. Everybody else that is in the background that helps keep us bringing you awesome racing each and every night of the week. Final show for this week. Been a long one. Be back next Wednesday, actually. DSRL off for a week while they prep for their All-Star race as they wrapped up their two seasons Monday and Tuesday night. Hello, Miss Bill. Welcome to the chat. We have 26 heavy metal heroes in here tonight. We have got a lot going on. First things first, we got our power rankings. Will Carin, Zach Ward, and wouldn't you know it that those two drivers head to head tonight in the finale of the in-season tournament. So how fitting that those two are 1 and 2 in the power rankings after the Maradness 200 last week. Brandon Fielder, Jeff Nairn, Ty Bostic, John Ledger, Steve Kirby, Daniel Green, Bryn George, Steve Mormon, and Chandler Chabot. Mormon and Chabot tied for 10th in the power rankings right now. Points. Well, our points are a little wonky. I thought as many times as I hadn't seen this guy that he might not be the points leader anymore, but man, he had a massive lead because Ty Bostic still has 113 points on Steve Kirby. Kirby wasn't here last week, and I don't see his name in the list of drivers tonight, so I don't know what's up with that. But Zach Ward and Will Carin, 3rd and 4th. So imagine that. These boys in the top 5 in points, and here they are head-to-head in that in-season tournament for the finale tonight as well. Marty Calvert, 5th in the points. It's 220 markers back, but just about 3 races left until they kind of reset things and get into the playoffs. So we will see how all that plays out once we get to that point. Team points I saw a little while ago. Trying to get back to that. There we go. Team points has SEM3, which is Ty Bostic, Jeff Nairn, and John Ledger ahead of everybody else after Indy. I don't know if there was a newer one. Maybe there. Yeah, there is. There's a newer one. It's after Auto Club. It's the same group. They're 88 points ahead of Fillmore, which is Steve Kirby, Marty Calvert, and Phil Beaver. And then EGR1 is Wes Gallo, Brandon Fielder, and Steve Mormon. They are 3rd in the points, 108 back in the team standings. Playoff cutoff is +5 for Eric Olson. He sits 16th, just above the cut line. Corey Goodall is the 5 points behind in 17th. Phil Beaver 14, and Justin Moyers is 51 back. David Watts 59 back. So just a couple, 3 races to go. You got to look at where you're going to be when the playoffs roll around, and not much time to make too many moves. Practice going to wind down here momentarily. I do know that Zach Ward is in, and so is Carin. Carin is 3rd quick, and Ward is 9th quick right now in the standings. So we'll see those two. Whoever finishes ahead of the other tonight in this race will be the in-season champion. I don't know if they get $1 million or not. Maybe it's not like NASCAR. I'm not really sure. We didn't research it enough. We just thought it was cool they were doing it to begin with. I don't know where you're at, but man, it is hot down here in the Midwest. 105 degrees today. That didn't count the heat index. It is miserable outside. So stay indoors. If you're where it's hot, just stay indoors. It ain't worth it. We know what can happen. I found out last week what can happen when you don't hydrate properly. It's a miserable time. It takes a few days to get over. Other than the heat, I hope everybody's having good weather stuff. I know parents, you guys are ready for kids to go back to school. And that's coming up within the next week or two. So be quiet at the house, and summer will be over, but as sad as that is, it might be an end to the heat, and that'd be a wonderful thing. I could go for some 85 for the highs for about 10 weeks. That'd be really nice. Oh, let's drop down here. Let's watch this guy for just a minute. I don't know. Different paint on the car on a weekly basis from this guy. Never know what color he's going to be. But tonight he is red and white and black. And he will take on the 5 car in the in-season tournament. They're getting ready for qualifying. I have been into the garage area, and I heard some nasty stories down there that tires are going to be a factor here tonight. The tires may not last the full fuel run. The fuel run, I was told, was roughly 62 to 65 laps. We'll have a stage break at lap 59 tonight. But that we might have to see guys short pit because they do not last, the tires, that is, do not last for a whole fuel run. Tubby in the 22. You know, it's funny. We used to do an over-under for cautions and give away prizes. And then we did a pick the winner and gave away some prizes from the old DSSN prize vault. And one of these days, we may have to get back to that once we get the new studio all lined out and the prize vault back in here where we can pop the combination and open it up and see what's in there to give away. But I do appreciate that you guys are already talking it up in the chat, picking your winners. We'll see. We'll see who it is. Somebody tell me who's going to win the in-season tournament deal between the 81 and the 5. Is it going to be Karn or Ward that picks that up? Right now, Jeff Nairn, 22.995 for qualifying. He has the provisional pole. First time by for that driver. Will Karn was 4th quick. Just a touch off that pace. About 1/8 of a second, really. Oh, into the fence. That's a no time for Greg Stone, and he's probably going backup car. The 26 machine of Steve Mormon. And he's another guy that likes to change his paint up. Those numbers are ridiculous. They fit with that so good. 5th quick for him. Here's Bryn George, just finished up. I just missed his. There's Thomas Martin. I know Thomas Martin has many fans that show up and go. So there's the 36. 13th quick right now. And this was a wild car. I saw it when it unloaded and hit the pit road earlier. Man, Karakoffey, he's got some wild paint. 16 for the win. So Marty Calvert is going to win this thing. Is that what you're saying there? Not clear. He's about to go on to the time clock for his first qualifying lap. We're watching Matt right here. 8th quick. Calvert now on the clock, and Ty Bostic just crossed the start-finish line. I see Baldessari rolling out and Joe Tardif as well, so we will jump around a little bit. 16 car. Just talking about Marty Calvert. Marty Calvert, 6th quick on his first lap. We'll see if lap 2 improves for him. Karakoffey just picked it up a little. He's 7th quick. He bumped Brandon Fielder down a spot. Let's go see what Ty Bostic crosses the line, 10th on his first lap. Okay. Well, I'm gonna remember that. This is, Marty Calvert. Top of the board, 22.928 for driver 16. So you're off to a good start, not clear. Baldessari, 19th quick on lap 1. Joe Tardif, who we are watching right now, was only 17th quick on his first lap. I tell you, if I had my choice, I would run the older version of this track every single solitary time. It is just a whole lot harder to get a hold of in any car, and it races so much better than this patched up, repaved version. Baldessari did not improve. Still got about 6 cars that haven't taken time. Goodall, Ward, Amick, Watts, Olson, and Swope didn't take time. The session's going to be ending pretty quick, so maybe a Marty Calvert pole position here tonight. But that older version of this track was a lot harder to handle, and it actually opened up to multiple racing grooves because of how difficult it was to handle. Right now, it's so gripped up to the corners, and I think that's what is wearing the guy's tires so bad, is you've got so much grip in those new black patches all the way through the corners. It's a one-line racetrack these days, and it's kind of sad because this place could really be a really racy place back in the day. There's our Martin fans. I see him now. All right, we are going to look at our official starting lineup. Marty Calvert, 22.928 for his qualifying effort, earns him the pole tonight. Jeff Nairn, just a tick behind him in the 27, will start on his outside. Luke Bullard, the 9. John Ledger in the 19, row number 2. Row 3, Will Karn. He is one of the 2 drivers that is in the in-season challenge finale tonight. He starts row 3 to the inside. Next 2, Steve Mormon in the 26, Joe Tardif the 23, and Matt Karakoffey in the 00. Row 4, Brandon Fielder the 39, next to Wes Gallo in the 07. That's row 5. Row 6 is Ty Bostic the 22, Duke Smith the 17. Then Jeffrey Belk in the 55 and Greg Stone in the 3. They make up a row number 7. Row 8, Chandler Chabot the 66, Bryn George the 45. 36 of Thomas Martin on the inside, next to Justin Moyers in the 11. They make up our 9th row tonight. Move back to row 10. That's Baldessari in the 97 and Fager in the 2. Elliott Swope, the 33. Zach Ward, the other driver that's in the in-season tournament finale, starts all the way back outside of row number 11. Eric Olson, the 64, and Corey Goodall in the 333. They make up our 12th row. And our final row, David Watts in the 54 and Evan Amick in the 77. 165 times around. Tires are supposed to last 62 to 65, like I said, but I've heard a whole lot of horror stories that it is not going to be like that. So we will see. Regardless, it would be a couple of pit stops no matter what for these guys. I know fuel should take you to 62, 65. Tires may take you to 40 or 50. I don't know. I heard some guys between 40 and 50, 0% on the right front. And that's terrible. Terrible tire wear. All right. Lights off on the pace vehicle. That means we're going green the next time. I know the group here. Big thank you to Tommy's Fire and Safety for putting this one on for them. And that 26 car, that is just wild. Those numbers are wild. I am going to be able to pick him out from just about anywhere. He could probably park that thing in the trailer and he'd be able to tell. Yes, I absolutely missed the top line. It does nothing for you now, and it used to be that it was really later in the race. It was the way to go. Didn't have so much rubber on it. You could really get a good run. So, all right, pace car's out of the way. That means it is time to go racing, and the green flag in the air. Calvert grabs the point right away. He'll lead us down through 3 and 4 for the first time, and lap number 1 will go in the books, and it's going to go to the 16. Nairn, Bullard, and Ledger. The next 3 behind. Karin, 5th. Karakoffey, Mormon, Fielder, Gallo, and Bostic side by side. They're trying to battle little here. The black 22 car is going to take the spot away, and he'll move to 9th. Gallo back to 10th. That's Duke Smith in the 17. Might have gotten into one just a little hot. Had to really check the car up. He went up the hill a little and then came back down. He's still going to take the spot away from Wes Gallo in that 7. Greg Stone, the 3. Thomas Martin, the 36. That's 13th position right now. We're only working lap number 4. Still early. We are going to have to watch how these guys slow down over time with the tire wear right now. Elliott Swope in 15th. Logan Fager, Chandler Chabot, Joe Tardif, Bryn George. They're going to tussle over the 18th and 19th positions momentarily. And then Moyer's in 20th. Zach Ward is still 22nd. Not really looking like he is trying to force the issue and come forward. We'll go back up front. Calvert just painting the white line down through 3 and 4. He's got about 0.3 of a second over Jeff Nairn. Carrin is up to 3rd. And then Bullard in the 9, which the car has a 3 on the door, but it says 9 on my scoring pylon. And then that's Ledger in the 19th, your top 5. Watch Brandon Fielder. He was thinking about dipping a little bit in on the exit there, it looked like, of turn 4, maybe trying to get next to the 00. Car way wide back there. I think that was Jeffrey Belk, it was. Got up the hill in the 55. He let Thomas Martin roll by. Now he'll go right back by Martin on the high side. So the middle lane looks like it might be pretty decent in 1 and 2. 3 and 4, there's just nothing there. And you can see how far up the hill he has to go to catch that car. He's going to give up 2 spots here. Martin will clear him completely, and that'll put Swope right next to him. This into the racetrack, little different story. You start up the hill, there's plenty of grip on that black patch. Oh, car to the inside. That's Logan Fager, and he's going to hit the outside wall. We'll have a caution. Oh, and then a car, wow, late after he went down the hill. He's just going to come off too, and the car is just going to get away from him right there. He has it under control for a moment, and then right here it just goes back to the right, and we're going to see he rolls it down the hill. Oh, yeah, that's the 23 of Joe Tardif, and Tardif just T-bones him right in the door. And Tardif will have major damage on the nose of that car. Yeah, the whole front end pushed back, crumpled up. The car's a foot shorter than it was prior to that contact. So we'll get our first caution on about lap number 11. Calvert, Nairn, Curran, Bullard, Ledger, Karakoffey, Fielder, Mormon, Bostic, and Gallo were the top 10 when the yellow fell. Biggest mover right now, Elliott Swope has picked up 7 spots. Zach Ward has picked up 5. Thomas Martin 4. That's the top 3 movers in the field at the moment. I thought we might see some guys maybe go in and top fuel or something. I just don't think it's worth doing because the tires aren't going to last a fuel run. So don't want to go and put your tire sets on. Yeah, drivers asking, hey, can we get officials to give us another set of tires? A little late for that, guys. A little late. server opened, and that was when it was too late to get extra tires. So let's see. Let's grab a driver real quick. Brandon Fielder, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, guy?
All right, man. You've had about 10 or 12 laps out there. What's the track feeling like, and is the tire wear info that I have correct?
I think so. I ran about 35 laps in practice, and I had when I came into pit, I had about 17% left on the front right tires. So we'll see how it goes, but right now the car feels really good.
Is there much in the way of dirty air, maybe even accentuating how hard it is on the right front tire going through these patched up corners?
I would have to believe so. At least I don't feel it coming off the corner right now, but I'm sure it's playing some kind of part in it right now.
All right, man. Long way to go. We'll let you get back to it. Good luck out there.
All right, thank you.
That's driver of the 39. All right, we are about to go back to racing. Flagman has the green flag, and now it's waving. Restart on lap number 15. Still about 45 laps from the stage break. Ooh, camera didn't automatically switch. We may have to watch using that camera tonight. Everybody going by. Just like the initial start, they'll stay too wide for a lap or so until they sort things out. Front 5 or 6 back to Ledger. Ledger had it figured out for a moment, lost the right rear just a little bit coming off of 2. And that let the 00 go by on the high side. He had a good head of steam coming out of turn 2. Now they'll get back to battling over that spot. Turns 1 and 2, the middle and the high side seem to have a really decided advantage, but if you don't get in the black patch down in 3 and 4, you're in a lot of trouble getting through that corner. That time, Karakoffey able to hang on to it. And now he'll dart across in front of Ledger. And Fielder will go to the high side. We just talked to Brandon during the caution. Said the car felt pretty good. Looks like it. He's able to make passes. So let's check, because Karin is 3rd right now. Where's Zach Ward? Well, Zach Ward is 16th at the moment. It's still early. And Zach has been one of the late race kind of guys, so we'll see. Let's look right in front of him, because that's Thomas Martin and Bryn George getting side by side. Martin trying to pick up some more spots. He's lost 1 since the restart. It was 2 of the 45. And then here comes Zach Ward trying to take another one away from him, and Ward looks like he's going to get it done. Back up front, Calvert now, half a second. Make it 4/10 at the line that time. Just kind of on cruise control out here. Lost about a half a second so far. Quickest laps about 23:25, 23:28, and right now you're in the 23:09 bracket. So just about a half second lost on the run. Ty Bostic, the 22. Easing up to the back end of the 00. John Ledger right behind him, hanging in there, and there's that 26 car. He picked that thing out from anywhere. He runs 9th right now. He's right in front of Wes Gallo in the 07. Karn after Naren, and he'll take second away. That happened at the exit of turn 2. Naren looked like he got a little bit tight, went up the hill, had to maybe lift off the throttle just a tiny bit, and Karn was able to get a good run and pull right alongside, take the spot away. Bullard is still sitting there in 4th. No pressure from behind, and he's not putting any on the car in front of him. Fielder's up to 5th now. See where the 5 car is. He made it to 14th. He's kind of stalled out. He's right behind Bryn George, but they are still giving chase to the 17 of Duke Smith, and Martin has fallen back a little since Zach Ward went by. He has fallen off the back of the 5 car. Going to have to battle with Jeffrey Belk in the 55 pretty quickly. Chabot, 17th. Swope, 18th. Watts, 19th. And Moyers is 20th. And then there's Eric Olson, the 64. Right behind that, Baldessari and Tardif. Logan Fager made it back on track. Couple of laps down. Tardif is a lap down. Corey Goodall, 7 laps behind the leaders, out here making his laps. And Evan Amick did not make the start in 26th. So the gap's still about 0.4 of a second, but now it's Calvert in front of Curran, Naren back to 3rd. It's 0.6 back, and that battle's starting to heat up between Bullard and Fielder. And I think Fielder felt the effects of the dirty air right there. He went in, got right behind Bullard, and that car took off to the outside wall coming out of turn 4. There's the 22 of Bostic diving inside of the 00. He got his nose to the left rear corner of the 39, and he may be able to go 2 for 1 in a single lap right here. He'll take the spot away. So Bostic up to 5th now. That moves Fielder back to 6th. There's Greg Stone, 10th right now. Behind that's shaping up to be a pretty good battle because Zach Ward now has caught Duke Smith, and Smith ran up to the back of Wes Gallo, and Gallo looks like he's content to just let them go and battle it out. He got a good run off of 2, and Ward didn't get quite as good a run. Now Ward will scoot by down in turns 3 and 4. So Ward making his way forward. He's got to finish in front of the 81 car. Fielder. Leisure side by side. See how this plays out. We are 32 laps into this. Had 1 caution thus far. That side-by-side battle not settled completely. We'll see if, that time Leisure kind of shuts the door. And he put Fielder behind him. So Leisure 6th, Fielder 7th. Marty Calvert. Quickest in qualifying. He's led every single lap, and now he is 5.55 seconds out in front of Naren, who just got back around Karn a couple of laps ago. Karn's starting to get a challenge from Bullard. Bostic is going to be there pretty quickly. He's only got about a car length to make up. We'll have a 3-car battle for the 3rd spot. go on board off the helmet cam of the 22 car. Bullard moves to the high side and goes around Will Karn. And now Bostic saw that. He's thinking about the same maneuver, and he might get it done right here out of 4. He does. Ty Bostic, 7 positions improved since the start of the race. He's up to 4th right now. Loose off of 2 when he went back to the throttle. Very deliberate with that throttle. There goes Ledger. So Karn's going back towards Zach Ward here. We're more than halfway through the fuel run. I feel like we're 75% of the way through a tire run, though. We'll see. Let's go back here because that was Zach Ward. He was side by side, almost sharing paint with Greg Stone in the 3 car going through turns 3 and 4. They almost came together. Give Ward another spot. Move him up to 8th. Now he's right behind Fielder. Put the nose inside the left rear fender. Fielder had to go up the hill, burp the throttle, and that's enough for Zach Ward to get by. Ward now up to 7th. And the next car in front of him, that's the guy that he's battling. The in-season tournament. The 81 of Will Kern. So Ward, 22nd when we drop the green flag. He is 7th right now. Hard charger by far. Let's go back a little bit further through this field. This car just come off of pit road. Thomas Martin has already been to pit road and back. He's 2 laps down because he went to pit road. But I wanted to go back to the 45 of Bryn George. George 13th right now. Kind of stalling out in that spot. 12th, 13th. Hasn't moved forward in a while. Hasn't moved back either, but hasn't moved forward in a little bit. He'll get passed by the lap car of Thomas Martin. Greg Stone and David Watts both on pit road right now. Stone into his stall. There's Watts hitting his stall. In and out. And right, left side's going on Watts' car. He'll roll out as well. Let's get to our leaders. Nobody inside the top 15 is going to pit road. Calvert and Bostic, 1.2 seconds ahead of the field. And Bostic drove up here from 11th. Now running second times. Well, we've lost about 1.3 seconds already on the run, but we are 47 laps into this run. We're going to have that stage break at lap 56, so we're less than 10 laps from that, and I'm sure a lot of these guys just want to make it to that stage break. It's about a third of the way through. Kind of a hornet's nest right here. Luke Bullard in front of Zach Ward. Here comes the fresher tires of Martin. And Ledger is just barely behind these guys. Martin, wow. Right up to the back bumper, and then they got side by side. He was right behind Bullard right there and had to make a split-second decision to dive to the inside and chose not to take that 3 wide. And now he'll be given grace to go on by because Ward got clear of Bullard, and now he'll let Martin just scoot by, get back in line. Everybody's trying to make it to the stage break. Ledger to 5th, Bullard fell to 6th. That was Narin that let the 36 by. In doing so, he let the 5 catch right up to him, and now Zach Ward is going to try to take 3rd, away. Cars headed for pit road, Chabot and Swope right now. Now Ward has the 3rd spot. And the left side's on, and Chabot rolling away. Swope will roll away as well. These guys trying to get cute. I know what's going on here, but they're going to lose laps, and that just, I don't know, I guess if you get wave around, may not be the worst thing, but I wouldn't want to lose a lap right here. We're going to have a battle for the lead coming out of turn number 4. Can Bostic get the run? Not quite enough. With just about 3 laps. And Martin is trying to unlap himself from these guys. He is having to be very patient with the 2 leaders. Now he'll get alongside Bostic getting into turns 1 and 2. Can he unlap himself at least once before we get to the end of the stage? He's going to only have another lap or so to get it done. Now he's alongside the leader. He'll probably get that lap back right here. Coming out of turn 2. So 1 lap down at this point for the 36 cars. Bostic will come around. 1 to go before the stage break. Can Chabot get through 3 and 4 and get one of his laps back? I don't know if he's going to get there. It's going to be real difficult. These guys are side by side. He just bonsais it through. Goes to the outside, and he got one back. And now Calvert and Bostic, we should get a caution for our stage break here. Oh, and Calvert, loose out of 2, crushes the right front. Oh, 59. My bad. I thought they said 56. So, yeah, no, that's different. Bostic will have the lead, and now Calvert. I thought he told me lap 56. He told me lap 59. There's several drivers that may have a chance to get a lap back here. Zach Ward has caught these guys. So at the end of this lap, we'll get our stage break. I could have sworn I was told lap 56. I was told lap 59. That is 100% my mistake. I saw Fielder coming off of pit road.
All right, man, caution is out.
And here's your caution. Bostic will win the stage. Calvert, Ward, Narin, Ledger, Smith. Carr to 7th. Bullard, Karakoffey, and Gallo with the top 10 at the end of the stage. Only have 14 cars on the lead lap at the end of stage 1. This might be a long night for some drivers. We'll see a lot of cars that stay out because they're one lap down and get the wave around. And that'll put about 7 or 8 guys back on the lead lap. Now, they'll have varying levels of usage of tire compared to all the leaders coming off. That's Bostic. We're going to watch Calvert around here. Saw Bullard slide into his. There goes Bostic. There goes Ward. Naren. Calvert going to come out in 4th. Yeah, Logan Fegert got out between them, but he is a lap car. Baldessari Stone rolling out now. That's the 333 of Goodall getting to his pit and getting out. He's got to wait for everybody else to go by. So let's see what that does for our lead lap cars. Yeah, we're going to be up to 19 now, as Martin will be the last of those once we get the wave around. Belk's in front of him, Chabot, Tardif. But Bostic will take the lead back over. Zach Ward, however, got around Calvert. So did Naren. And I think they were pulling the fender out on the 16 car as hard as he licked that backstretch fence. He probably needed a little sheet metal massage while he was down the pits. So all of the wave around cars will get their wave around. 19 back on the lead lap. Some of them in varying states of tire wear already, but they'll have to contend with these guys up front, all on fresh tires. We're going to restart on lap 63, not even close to halfway. We still got to run about 21 laps, 20 laps to get to halfway. Headed for the restart zone, and the green flag will come out. We'll be underway once again. Bostic alone at the front. Ward alone in second, side by side between Calvert and Naren down the backstretch. Out of turn 4. They're still side by side for third. And caution behind. This looks like a parking lot. Oh, and it happened right in front of them. I'll tell you what. I think I know where we can go look. Let's watch right here. Oh, looks like Fielder maybe didn't know that Stone was there and moved down just a tiny bit. And that little tap on that left rear corner turned the 39 around. So third caution, second for contact. And that is going to do a few things for some guys. That'll give a waiver round. There goes the 26 car. Steve Mormon, lucky dog in it. And I'll officially put 20 back, but we'll see what we have for lead lap cars once we get through this. That's Corey Goodall rolling off of pit road. Let's try to get a look at Brandon Fielder's car if we can. He doesn't look any worse for the wear. The 2 car, Logan Feger headed in. David Watts also on pit road, 54. So we may get the 1 to go here. If we do a restart on lap 68, it will be about 18 laps from halfway. 19 laps. Anybody watching on Facebook? Say hi in the chat so I know all 3 platforms are streaming. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Tiny Dancer's not watching. I'm shocked. He must really be up to his neck in work tonight at the Wisconsin State Fair. I think it started tonight. So he may very well be literally up to his neck in something. So we will get the restart. This time out of turn 4. Pace car is about to duck out of the way. Right off the nose of the 22 of Bostic.
Green, green, green.
And about mid-restart zone, they finally display the green flag. And Zach Ward got a way better start this time than he did the last time. He'll be side by side into 1 and 2. And Calvert, with a great run through 1 and 2, takes second away from Ward. Ward had a little stumble in the center of the corner. And now he'll settle into third, and Aaron is right behind with Ledger on the inside. That's 4th and 5th. Duke Smith and Will Carran battling 6th and 7th. Bullard is now in that mix. The 0045 right behind him. Kind of a hornet's nest here. It's starting to look like rush hour out on the interstate. Chabot got his lap back, making use of it. Looking for 16th right now and trying to go forward a little more. There's Thomas Martin, got his lap back as well. Up front, top 3, still the top 3. The battle doesn't start till you get to the 19, the 17, the 81, and what is officially the 9 car, but it says 3 on the door right now. Those guys are too wide, too deep. Ledger and Smith are still side by side. Smith got a good run out of 2. He'll take the spot away, move him to 5th. Will Carran is thinking about going to the high side and trying to get around Bullard, but it did not work out. Bullard shut the door. Oh, I think Bullard got into the back of Ledger, pushed him down into turn 1. A little different braking point, and the 9 car wasn't quite ready for that, I guess. Here comes Bryn George on the outside. 9th place will be his. Wes Gallo with a good run out of 2. Misses the entry to 3 just a little bit. So his pass will not be completed. If he can hit the entry into 1 and 2, he may be able to get that spot down here. This end of the speedway. Got into the fence, and he still can't clear the 00. All this happening right off the bumper of the 45 of Bryn George. Oh, car to the inside. That was Bullard, and Bullard going to go backwards up the track. Woo, I don't know what happened to him. Let's go for a little ride here. He just lost it and then could not get it woed down. And it snapped around. And Tardif just cannot be in the right place at the right time. And he T-bones another one just trying to avoid him. So we will work our 3rd contact caution, our 4th overall. Oh, late. Somebody tried to snooker somebody. Didn't work out for him. Bostic tried to snooker Calvert, and it did not work out. Naren stays out. It looks like Gallo stays out. Thomas Martin's going to stay out. Moyers and Mormon all staying out. We'll see who cuts off a pit road first here. Ledger fuel only. Tires going on the 16. Bostic is going to get out back in front of Calvert. Stone, Ward, then Duke Smith, Current. All right, let's see who can we mess with today. Jeff Naren, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, you choose to stay out here knowing how bad the tire wear is. Just trying to get yourself into a one-stop window.
Yeah, I got to do something a little different with strategy here. We'll see how it works out. I'm trying to save the tires a little bit. They won't quite as bad as I thought they were when we pitted last time. Checked what was remaining on them, and I realized I was maybe a little too nice to them. So see if I can go a little bit longer here and at least maybe save another set for the end.
Well, about 5 of you stayed out, and then the 19 car went in. Looked like he did fuel only, no tires. You'll have your first driver that might have at least 2 tires on in 7th place. Kind of hard to make a pass unless you get perfect in that high line, because I haven't seen anybody make good passes on the bottom yet.
No, it's tough. I mean, you pinch it off so hard down in the corners of this. Real easy when you get off the new asphalt in the corners, transition to the old asphalt, it wants to break loose with you. So you got to be real careful doing that. So like you said, the high line looks like that might be about the only way you're going to get momentum.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there. You're getting close to halfway. See if you can get this thing home on one more stop, buddy.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, bud.
Jeff Naren. I can't remember where I grabbed him from. Jeff, where do you go?
SEM.
That's what I thought. All right. Naren goes back to one of the SEM rooms. All right. We're doubled up. Naren and Gallo. Then Martin and Moyers. Martin inside the top 3 right now. Mormon and Ledger. That's the last of the cars that I know for sure don't have tires. We'll see how it plays out.
Green, green, green.
There's going to be some varying levels of tire wear here. Now patience. Well, that patience is going to be your friend. Stay side by side to 27 with a very narrow margin of lead getting into turn 3. Just about a half car at the line. He had the lead. Gallo around the top side. That's Martin trying to put his hat in the ring for a leader. He's going to take it way to the bottom. I thought it was going to be a 3-wide getting in there. Gallo cleared there and moved to the middle.
All right, man.
And
Call it
caution
out.
behind. Ruh-roh. Let's go see what happens here. Ooh, car off the wall and then hooks into another. This is a chain reaction. Big time. Collection of cars. That was Moyers who got collected. Oh, that was such a big run for the 81. He just tried to find a way not to get the 11. Got it into the fence. There was just a little bitty sliver of a hole, and then it slammed shut. So caution number 5 coming out. Thomas Martin, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. A lot of fans in the chat cheering for the 36. You're up here third. Little different tire strategy than some of these guys. How bad is the tire wear tonight?
Oh, it's god awful. I was just going for a different tire strategy. I'm still pretty good on these tires. Ended up hitting about 10 laps or so before everyone else did. So I'm feeling pretty confident right now. Just try to keep it slow and steady.
Well, it looked like you were about to try to make a bid to take second away when the caution came out. Finding a little momentum. Where are you finding it at?
Man, I mean the low on these corners is really where I'm finding a lot of speed. That comes with obviously a lot of tire wear. So with me having a little bit older tires, it's still a little risky to do that. But I feel like I have enough confidence in these tires to go ahead and make these moves.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of the night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And now I got to figure out how to put him back where he goes. There he goes. Now he's back at home. We'll see if he can parlay that weird tire strategy into some kind of a top 5 finish in here tonight. Tell you, the guys behind Bostic, Calvert, those guys, they did not close on that front 4 during that short run we just had. So we will see what the tires bring. Brandon Fielder back on track. Needs a break. I think Justin Moyers, who is in that caution, I don't know what kind of damage is on that car now. Oh, yeah, right front is killed on that car. And the left rear also pretty banged up. So we'll see what he can do with a bent-up race car the rest of the way. It's going to be Gallo choosing the outside. We haven't seen that until now. Everybody else has chosen the inside on the restart. He made the outside work to take the lead, so Can't blame him one bit for making that choice. All right, pace car out of the way. We're going to get a restart on a lap number 88, halfway as we take the green. Gallo got a pretty good start, didn't spin the tires. It looks like Mormon got just as good a start, and now Marty Calvert. They fixed the right front fender in the 16 car, back in the mix, and he'll go to third. Martin to the inside of Anarin, down in 3 and 4. Nowhere to go for the 36, and he'll keep station in 5th place. Now moves up to the 4th spot as he clears the 27, eye on the 16 in front of him. Bostic behind Aaron, then Stone, Smith, Ledger, Bullard, and Ward. That's all the way through 11th. We'll keep going. Chabot and Caron back through the 13th spot. So Ward and Caron back together on the racetrack. These two still battling over the in-season tournament championship. Three wide through turn 3. Chabot is not going to like that high side up there at all. Yeah, he will lose a spot. 81 car drove around on the inside, got by him. Also got by Ledger. Now working on Bullard. Just no real momentum on the bottom, and it all comes from the middle and the top on the exit of the corners if you're running right in that dark patch right there. Go up here because Calvert. Oh, he and Mormon get together. Mormon. Wow, what a save for the 26. What a moment and what a save. Calvert with the tiniest of taps on that left rear corner. 26 car goes sideways and saves it. Now Bostic around Martin. So Calvert to second, Bostic to third, Martin fourth. Ward is up to 5th. Got around Naren. Current having all kinds of issues trying to get around the 9 of Bullard. Loses a spot to the 17 of Duke Smith in the meantime, and he'll fall all the way to 9th. Chabot is 10th. Stone and Ledger right behind that. And Ledger keeps getting good runs on the exit of turn 2, but he can't turn them into much by the time he comes out of turn 4. This time, he'll move to the 11th spot ahead of Stone. Let's go back up front because Wes Gallo, 0.6 of a second ahead of Calvert. It's another 0.3 to Bostic. These three have kind of broken away. Oh, Zach Ward, power move. On the bottom, just drove by the 36 coming off turn 4. And the difference in tire strategy may be starting to show a little bit as Martin's tires starting to show some wear. Some of these guys on a little bit fresher are able to just drive right by the 36. Duke Smith and Will Curran side by side once again, this time with Smith on the inside. Aaron and Martin having a go at one another again. And that's Luke Bullard. sees what the 36 is doing. He's able to make the outside kind of work through the middle of the turn. And he's trying to use that to his advantage to get around 27. That time got in a little wide, brought the car down the hill, and almost got in the right-hand door of the 27. I think maybe Naren got a little loose in the middle of that corner as well, so he's going to lose a little momentum. He may give up 2 spots. Bullard got by. Curran's going to get by. Duke Smith may get by as well. So in the span of a lap, 3 positions. 27 backsliding here, and it may be 4 before we make another lap because Chabot got a great run and got to the outside at the perfect moment. And the 66 is going to go by the 27. Now Martin is going to be the meat and the sandwich. Oh, and he gets to the high side, shuts the door on the 81. Gets a little bit of a door tap from the 9 car. Very off pace through the middle of the corner. Curran had to back his entry way up. And now with a crossover move, he'll get to the inside, headed for turns 1 and 2. And he will finally complete the pass. Puts himself in 6th, and it leaves the door open for Duke Smith to go after Thomas Martin. That time Martin super wide in 3 and 4. Don't get up there in the marbles. Boy, that cost him. That was about 4 spots. He went from about 7th to almost 11th. He slotted in right in front of Bryn George right there. He's able to stay in the top 10. Bostic to the lead around Gallo. And he is starting to drive away. 0.6 of a second. Calvert kind of trapped in here in no man's land in between cars. He's behind Gallo and in front of Ward, and he was not able to get by the 07. "57 laps to go." We're going to start getting into pit windows, I think, here in about the next 10 to 15 laps. The numbers look like it's going to be right in that window, about lap 120 to 125. That was Fielder already going down on and off pit road. So Fielder 24th right now. Moyers is on pit road. He'll roll away. He's going to be at least a lap. He might be 2 before they get back to it. And that's the last car that came off pit road, the 39 of Brandon Fielder. There goes Bostic. He's got it out over a second. Zach Ward now got around Calvert, and he's going after Gallo. The 5 car, second place right now. 5 spots ahead of the car that he is fighting in the in-season tournament. There goes Brandon Fielder on the fresh tires. He should make short work of the 5 car. And he will scoot right on by, and now he'll go and work his way up to the 22. And Fielder. 3 laps down will be 2 laps down here. He needs a green flag pit cycle and then a quick caution to get himself back in any kind of contention. Thomas Martin to pit road. On and off pit road. go a couple of laps down here. He's battling in the top 3 just a little while ago. Zach Ward is reeling in the leader. He has got it down under 0.7 of a second. Lap times are showing it. It's been about 1/10 of a second faster for 2 laps. And now looks like a little slip in turn 2, and he is not going to make any ground this lap. Chandler Chabot drops out of about 9th place to head for pit road. Bostic opened it up another 10th. So it's down to about 0.6, and it grew to 7. Now it's 8. It's almost 9. Baldessari, Chabot, and Karakoffey all on pit road as well. And we're starting to see this pit cycle start. Here comes the 00 off pit road. 20th. He'll be 2 laps down until we get all the way through the cycle. We'll see where that puts him once we cycle all the way through. Wes Gallo went to pit road. He's about to hit his pit stall. Baldessari just now rolling out. Oh, bad news for Gallo. Missed his pit stall. Had to back up. Calvert to 3rd. He's about to have to give a little bit of room here to the 00, who's on way fresher tires. Feeling like anybody that were to pit now is good the rest of the way. I know they want to go as far as they possibly can and keep as fresh of tires just in case, but that's Bullard in the 4th spot. Smith is 5th. Mormon and Olsen are on pit road together. So 26 and the 65. Curran, 6th at the moment, still on the racetrack. And then Nurin, George, Stone, and Leisure through 10th. Swope, Belk, and Tardif are the last of our lead lap cars. And Joe Tardif has just had a miserable luck kind of night. There goes the 00 to unlap himself at least once. He'll be 1 lap down as we get through the rest of this pit cycle. There comes the 333 of Goodall off pit road. He's 25th, 9 laps down. Watching the leader to see when he goes in. Duke Smith ducked into the pits. And he's going to roll out. About 16th at the moment. Marty Calvert dives off in turn 4, and he'll be the first of the top 5 to come to pit road. Be about 42 laps to go this time. 41 laps when we get around. Oh, there was a 2 car. Almost missed pit road. Logan Fegger almost missed pit road. Some cars out on fresher tires and evasive maneuvers because the closing rate is so great. Moyer's almost got to the back of Curran right there, coming through 3 and 4. Bostic, Ward, Bullard. Oh, Elliott Swope and Greg Stone are headed for pit road. We catch them as they're just about to get to pit stalls. Swope slides into his. We'll watch Greg Stone make sure he hits his squarely. And he does. Zach Ward onto pit road and almost to his stall already. This may entice some of our top 3-4 now to come in. There's Bostic. He'll go by. Ward will go a lap down. Bullard drops off and heads for pit road. Watching the 22. When is he going to come in? Not this time. There's second place. Curran. And Ward is trying to get to the inside. And Ward and Calvert are battling for position. They're 9th and 10th right now, a lap down. Chabot is in front of them. About 1.6 seconds in front of them, as a matter of fact. Bostic onto pit road. So the leader heads in. That'll hand the lead to the 81. William Curran. 22 into his pit box. Tires going on. We'll see. What does the 81 do? It doesn't look like he's coming in this time. Duke Smith is going to go by as well. The 27 of Narron, however, is headed onto pit road. There goes Bostic going out. Watching the 81. Belk is on pit road as well. When does the 81 decide to jam the brakes on? He doesn't do it this time. He may be praying for a caution, try to trap a whole bunch of these fast guys a lap down. 36 of Martin. Martin is 9th. First car not on the lead lap, and he'll get his lap back right here. '81 still on the racetrack. Zach Ward is at the opposite end of the racetrack. He's second, about a half a lap behind. Calvert, Chabot, and Bostic currently in the top 5. Bostic around the 66 of Chabot. That'll move him to 4th on the racetrack. Joe Tardif finally out of second place, dives off and heads for pit road. 32 laps to go. How many more laps does the 81 wait before he heads for pit road? And it's going to be at least one more. I'll tell you what, Bostic is absolutely reeling Ward in. And Bostic will make the move around the 5 car and take over second. Ward to third, Calvert and Chabot for 5. And it's Gallo, Smith, Bullard, Martin, and Baldessari. Only 10 cars on the lead lap. How long? Can he see? He can't stay out any longer. Coming in this time. See where he slots out, because he is going to be on pit road for a hot minute. There goes Bostic and Ward. Calvert also. So 4th right now. Chabot, everybody's going to go by. He may end up 15th before he is out of pit road here. Maybe deeper. He's got tires, so he'll be able to make a run back through with 30 laps to go. Bostic is coming by the start-finish line. And Carent going to make his way out, but he's going to go a lap down. Now, he'll get that back before the end. Top 3 definitely going to go by. And he'll slide in between them. But Bostic, 28 laps to go, 1.2 seconds ahead of Zach Ward. Calvert, Chabot, and Gallo are the top 5 at the moment. That was close quarters right there between Gallo and Duke Smith. They battle for that 5th spot. This time, Smith drives by, getting into turns 1 and 2, and he'll take the spot away from Gallo, at least for the moment. Luke Bullard, working around Eric Olson right there. Bullard's 7th. Where is Curran? Curran, caution, and that might change everything. Oh boy, 0. We hate to see it. Down. Oh, got down. The car de-wedged a little, got away from him, and shot across the track. That time, oh, we just had taken the camera off of the 3. And then, wow, that was late. There comes Naren in super late. I'll tell you, this ends up being about 6 cars. 00 started it. Then the 9. The 3 gets in. The 27. There's a lot of guys headed for pit road. We'll see if anybody has tires. I thought this might be the exact thing that Curran needed. Fresher tires than everybody and a late race caution. But if guys have tires, it looks like a lot of these guys do. Calvert's still in his pit. Ward is rolling out, but he lost a couple of spots. Bostic looks like he's going to hold the lead. And I think we're going to have a major shakeup inside the top 10 here with less than 20 to go when we take the restart, or right at 20 to go. Naren just now getting to his pit stall. That's a car that needed a break, and I don't think he got it. He needed a caution to give him a lucky dog a wave around, and he stays 18th, 1 lap down. Two laps officially down. I'm sorry, I thought it was just 1. Marty Calvert, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. You have been up front pretty much all night. What is it going to take to steal the victory? Because pre-race, you got picked to win this.
Oh, wow. It's going to take balancing a really fine line of pushing here, but not pushing too hard because the right front wears out so stinking fast. If you burn it up, you're done.
About 20 laps to go. Can it last 20 laps if you're very aggressive?
Uh, I'll go moderately aggressive. Just try to stay on the 22 and the 5's bumper, whoever's out front.
All right, man. Good luck the rest of the way, buddy.
Thank you.
You know what's crazy? I think that's where he goes. I'm not sure.
All right, man. Like the back
Caution.
on the pace car, we're not going green this time.
Getting
We are not
extended a lap, so... Yeah. So... We'll go one more. We'll take another lap off before we get to go green. Bostic, Ward, Calvert, Chabot, Gallo, Smith, Olson, Baldessari, George, and Swope. That's 10th. Ledger, Martin, Mormon, Belk, Carin through 15th. That's the last car on the lead lap. Jeff Nairn fell a lap down during that last exchange. He would need a quick caution and a lucky dog. So we're going to be about 19 laps remaining. Who is it going to be? Coming to the end of the 6th caution period. Possibly the last one. We don't know. We'll see. Sometimes cautions breed cautions, and you get in a run of yellow fever.
green
We
flag,
hope we
green
don't,
flag.
but the green flag's back in the air, and we're back racing. What a start for Zach Ward. I don't know if Bostic maybe had to put the lid back on his soda or something, but he did not get a brilliant start right there. Ward with the momentum line into 3 and 4 and out of 3 and 4. No contact. Ward will have the lead getting down to turns 1 and 2 on the outside. Chabot holding off Calvert and now trying to make a run alongside
All right, man.
Bostic,
Caution is
and
out.
caution.
Is out.
We're going to see if he gets help. 333 car. He definitely got a little tap there. So, Ward got a great start. Was able to power by on the high side and take the lead right before we catch the caution, and that'll shorten this thing up. It is going to be a sprint to the finish. And I said, caution sometimes breed cautions. You get everybody bunched back up. One tiny mistake. Ward, first, current 14th. There goes Jeff Nairn. Got his quick caution, got his waiver round. Put himself back on the lead lap. About 16 cars will be there now. If Tardif can get off pit road, well, it looks like he might be a lap down now. So he's already fallen off the lead lap. I thought if he could get off pit road before they got around, he might be able to save that, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. So Ward, if things stay the way they are, he will be the in-season tournament champion. He also will pick up his 4th win of the season if he can hang on. If Bostic can get around him, it'll be win number 7. If Calvert can get up here, it'll be win number 4. And if Chabot can grab this thing from the 3rd spot, it'll be his 2nd win of the season and definitely will boost him in the points from 10th. Should get one to go here. That means we will have about 13 laps when we take the green. Ward chooses the outside line for the restart. It worked for him on the last one. You stick with what works. Chabot next to Calvert. Duke Smith next to Wes Gallo. Baldessari and Bryn George. And then Swope and Ledger bagging the 5th row on their restart here. Lap 152. And into the start zone. Green flag. Just about the same start we had the last time. I think this time maybe Bostic had a little bit more going for him getting into 1 and 2 because it was exactly the opposite. The 5 car was about half a car ahead the last time. We'll see. 3 and 4 was the decider. That upper line had all kinds of momentum on exit. This time, not quite as much. Bostic will have a little advantage getting into 1 and 2. Ward is going to have to really scrap right here and get a big run off of turn 2. Bostic thought about coming up the hill. He may be able to now. He's going to shut that door. Not quick enough. Ward will stay right there. Now Bostic out in front. Ten to go this time. Ward wanting to look to the inside. Bostic powered down, drives away by 2 car lengths out of turn number 2. Chabot on the high side, holding Calvert off for the time being. 9 laps remaining. Gallo and George behind Chabot. And that time, good run for the 66. He'll take the spot away. Caution behind. Well, let's see what happens here. That's Martin. Oh, little tap from the 19. Oh, and across. And that will collect Mormon as well. So barbecue down there in turn number 2. That's going to get us to within about 5 to go when we take the greens. We finish up caution number 8 here in a lap or 2. Bostic, Ward, Chabot, Calvert, Gallo, George, Smith, Baldessari, Carr in the 9th, and Swope 10th. It's getting spicy at the end, folks. Very spicy. Jeff Nairn and Jeffrey Belk are on pit road. Ledger, who was in the incident. Moyers, Goodall. Thomas Martin, who was in that. Got a little tap from behind and got a little loose and got into the car that was passing him on the high side right there. Got it straightened out. Got a little right side damage. '26 car told to slow down and to drop to the rear. Did not beat the pace car to the end of pit road, so he will have to drop to the rear of the field. And that will put him a lap down. Through 3 and 4, we should get 1 to go right here. Be a 4-lap shootout. Will we get overtime tonight? That's the question. Is Bostic choosing the outside? It looks like he is. Bostic and Ward on the front row. And once again, Chabot and Calvert. Row 2, Gallo and George, row 3 for the restart. Do we get more spicy before we get to the end? Watch the restart. See which one of these two drivers gets the best restart.
Green flag, green flag.
Bostic by far got a better restart this time. And Calvert on the outside got a pretty decent restart. He may battle for second with Ward here. Chabot fourth, but he's got Gallo looking high. 3 to go this time. Bostic clear by a car length. It's still a battle for second and third right now. Ward had a good run through the center of the corner. Had to lift off the throttle. Calvert did not, and Calvert will power by on the high side for the time being. 2 to go. Calvert clear now into second. Ward to third. Chabot to fourth. And Gallo is fifth. Bostic got a perfect restart. The white flag this time. If we make it to the line, doesn't matter what happens after that. The race will be over, and it will be. So the final restart. Perfect for the 22. Can he parlay and hang on for the rest of this lap? Calvert's giving it everything that the 16 has, and he's going to come up short. Bostic, win number 7. Calvert second. Ward, Gallo, Chabot through the top 5. George 6th, Baldessari, Smith, Carrin, Swope, Narin 11th, Belk, Olson, Tardif, and Martin. Through 15th, Mormon, Fielder, Feger, Ledger, Watts, Moore, Goodall, 22nd, Stone, Bullard, Karakoffey, and Amick officially. Waiting to see. Looks like we're going to... Whoa! Smoke show on the front. I don't think he's done. I think he's down towards turn 1 doing his burnouts. 66 car. Looks like he may park it right where he's at. So... Let's start moving some drivers around here. We already talked to Calvert once tonight, so we know where he's at. Oh, we got to move so many of these guys. We got to move this guy first, though. Yeah, where's Chandler? I'm trying to find Chandler, folks. Chandler's hiding from me, I think. I don't know where he's at. Do not know where Mr. Chabot is at. Have not seen him. We'll put his graphic up. He is officially the 5th place finisher. But I don't guess we're going to get a chance to chat with him. We're going to move on, and we're going to talk to our 4th place finisher. Oh, we're way too far away on that shot. There we go. There's a good one. So let's get... Wes Gallo, got a copy.
I do.
All right,
God, I was
man.
drinking right as you brought me up. Sorry.
Well, we like to surprise people. That's kind of what we do. 4th place finish tonight. You kept that 07 car in contention pretty much all night, even through the exchange of pit stops tonight. This track's tough enough. How did you manage to keep yourself up here?
I'm going to count it largely as just kind of track position. I kind of was a 5th to 10th place car most of the night, and then there was that one yellow where I was kind of just zoning out, and then next thing I know, everyone in front of me pit except for the 27, and I won the couple restarts, kind of set sail for a little bit in the lead, and just for whatever reason that worked for me. I don't know how I stayed up there at that point, but I guess just track position.
Well, you take them when you can get them, and next week you go and try to improve on whatever you got last week. So, great run. Congrats on the top 5 tonight. Give me some shout-outs before I let you go.
We're going to show some love to Equipment Geek on the car. You can see the car from space, and just go follow him on Instagram. We'll say hi to my family and friends all watching. Starting to get quite a few people here, so I appreciate you.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. I'll see you back here next Thursday night.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Wes Gallo, everybody, finishing 4th here, and now a late restart. He ends up coming home in the 3rd spot, but he still wins the in-season head-to-head championship. Zach Ward, not the finish I'm sure you wanted, but it was enough to garner you that in-season tournament championship and a top 3.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, that was can't ask for better racing there than that there at the end. I definitely would have rather been 2 spots better, but yeah, man, hats off to Ty and Marty there. We raced clean, didn't wreck each other, and yeah, $50 richer. Might go ahead and take that over to Moranis.com, use code RTP, and get me some gear.
There you go. I didn't know if it was $1 million or if it was just, a modest amount. It sounds like it's still a great amount. And yeah, I'm sure the guys at Moradnis would love to get that 50 from you. No doubt.
Definitely.
Tricky track, man. This place is weird anyway. And with the repave, it is just really, if you're not in the black in the corners, you're not going anywhere. But if you're in the black in the corners, the only thing that really is going somewhere is your tire. The right side, they're just going away.
Sure. Most definitely, yeah. I mean, I know there was a lot of guys that either blew the right front or had to pit early in the first stage, or else they were going to blow the right front. But yeah, I felt like I did a pretty good job of managing it. Most of the night, I just got too aggressive there. After that green flag stop, and then on that last run, I was just trying to push just to try to put Ty in dirty air. And yeah, just burned up the right front, so I couldn't really get it to turn through the center the way I wanted it to. But yeah, man, Ty deserved that. He was definitely the best car tonight.
Well, an awesome job nonetheless, man. It's not going to kill you in the points. It's definitely put some greenbacks in your pocket. So give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before I let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, for sure, man. First off, thank you to you for jumping on. Awesome broadcast as always. Can't wait to go watch this one back. Shout out Bass Dash. They we just partnered this week. Me and them. I'm an ambassador for them, so you can shop them, get 15% off using code ZachWard7. Shout out Tommy's putting on this tournament and the race. I mean, they've been huge support this entire season. And then yeah, just lastly, just shout out my family. They love watching the broadcast. They love tuning in every week. So yeah, try to be 2 spots better next week.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Congrats on the tournament championship. And I will see you back here next Thursday night.
Sounds good. You have a good one.
Zach Ward, third here. And now, 1 spot short of the prediction. But we talked to him before the last restart. He was going to give it everything he had, and it sure did look like you gave it everything the 16 car had in it, Marty Calvert. 1 spot short tonight.
Yeah, it would have been nice to come to the checkered flag first, but after a run like that, with as competitive as the front of the field was, it's hard to be too disappointed. At least got a decent points night to make up for some of the weeks that I've missed.
Yeah, definitely a second place. Not going to hurt you in the points. It'll definitely keep you in that playoff at the end. The position's probably going to shift a little bit, but man, this track, up and down, back and forth, everybody fighting everything, it seemed like. And at the end, all you guys get a chance to put some fresh tires on and then go battle. A lot more fun when you can really go after each other than it is going, oh, my goodness, I don't have great tires. I got to save a little something to get to the very end, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and watch it. I hope it looks as fun on the broadcast as it felt in the car. The second to last restart, I had Chandler on the outside of me, and he was just rolling the outside, and I couldn't do anything with him. And that was just driving me nuts, but at the same time, it was just so much fun, like trying to get through the corner better. And I felt like, here I go, I'm burning my right front up, so I'm not going to have anything for tires, Zach, if I get there. But then we got to re-rack them, and it put me on the outside. So I tried some new things to set up some runs, and man, if I'd had another lap, I feel like I could have got to tie. But at that point, when you're running that hard and so close to everybody, you just never know what's going to happen. You got to do your best and try not to run over anybody. But I do like tracks where tire wear is a factor, and you have to pay attention to it. That's something that I've gotten better at over the last year or so. And it's not as much fun to watch us just going around in circles like that. But the mental game that you're playing as a driver is very, very addicting and very satisfying when it pays off.
Well, awesome job nonetheless, man. Second place tonight. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate with your team.
Yeah, so shout out to just the league. It's just amazing having a fun place to come run on Thursday night. We get to do this. It's just so cool. So thanks Zach and crew that put on the league. Thank you for the broadcast again. Loved watching the last couple ones. They're great. And shout out to my family, friends, and viewers back home. Thank you all for supporting me and watching me.
All right, man. Congrats again. I'll see you next Thursday night.
All right. Have a good one.
Marty Calvert, second tonight. We'll move on. It was a double deuces kind of night all night long. He was fast from the get. And he showed it at the end, holding these guys off on a late restart. Ty Bostic, win number 7 on the season.
What's going on? You all right?
Oh, we're doing great, man. You kind of showed everybody how to get this thing done on that later. The restart before that, I thought maybe you were trying to put the cap back on your soda or something. You kind of missed the restart on the second to the last one, but you made up for it on the final one.
Yeah, that next to last one, I just didn't get through the gears quite as well. I kind of hesitated getting from first to second, and Zach got a great run on me and got a little momentum, and he got by me and cleared me, and then the last restart we battled pretty well too. So there was a lot of guys out there in the front that were really hard to get by once you got up next to them, and I said that was a good little battle there the last couple of restarts.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of guys were having trouble maintaining tires, and this place is tough. I talked to the other guys about those black patches. It just, you can get in them, you can make a lot of momentum, but every time you go through the corners, you're just killing your tires. What do you do to combat that? Because you seem to do a pretty good job of being able to run through cars.
Yeah, it's just all about obviously not upsetting the tires. The tires only got a certain limit to what they can do between turning and slowing down. So it's just all a matter of not shocking the tires too hard. You couldn't brake too hard. You couldn't turn too hard. You just had to find a good balance of keeping the car happy and not putting too much wear or load on that right front and keeping it nice and steady and making adjustments based on how much speed you were carrying around in the corners and all that good stuff. So it's just keeping the car nice and balanced and happy and not overdoing it. And obviously, if you do that, you'll carry more pace because the tires fell off a cliff after about 20 laps.
Well, you kept it happy long enough to make all the fans for the 22 happy and get win number 7, man. Give me some shout-outs before I let you go.
Yeah, shout out to you for coming on doing the broadcast. I enjoyed going back and watching it. Shout out to all my family watching. Got my dad, and got some aunts and uncles that like to watch, and all my teammates. Got a good group of guys, about 10 of us that we'll usually get in here and run with. It's always a good time running with them guys, and the rest of the league too. That's a good group of guys to run with every Thursday.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. I'll look forward to seeing you back next Thursday night, bud.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Ty Bostic, win 7 on the season. He gets it done at Iowa tonight. Got a little bit of yellow fever at the end, folks. I mentioned that when we got to about that 6th caution, that sometimes you bring everybody back together. Cautions read cautions, and I don't know if it changes the outcome at all. We'll never know. But those late race restarts sure were fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That is going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you very much for being here. Without you, there's no reason for us to do this at all. And without all the great leagues that give us great racing on a nightly basis, there's nothing to cover. So everybody gets a high five, a pat on the back, and a gigantic thank you for making that happen. Thanks to all the sponsors that make all of these racing leagues and all these races possible for you guys to see here on the network. Till we see you the next time, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all times. Please come back and see us as soon as you can.